Mix. I think that Mix is live to get beat, man. Like Akimoto or yeah, Akimoto is like sky high, and Patchy Mix is like struggling to get his career back. Obviously, he's right up there in talent wise, but like all the pressure in the world, especially leaving the UFC and then coming over here, facing this kid who's a literal child, not even 20 years old. He turns 20 in like a few days. All the pressure in the world. Even though I think, like, I believe that Mix probably is going to win, the odds should not be where they're at. Akimoto should not be a plus 240 dog. And like Akimoto in his past two fights, he fought pretty. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if Patchy Mix loses, to be honest. Patchy Mix get destroyed by Shavalaev. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think Akimoto's gonna win. To be honest. Lightweight favorites in RIZIN since the start of last year are now 11-4. All right, here we go. Main event. He's delusional. Like they're gonna either set him up or he's gonna get just fucking destroyed here. He all the pressure's on him, and the odds should be much closer, regardless of who you think is gonna win the fight. It's a close fight, and if it's a close fight, the odds are closer than what the odds are saying. Akimoto plus 240. Patchy mix. Oh, finally they have English subtitles. English subtitles for the promos. What do we think, chat? Patchy mix or Akimoto? I'm saying Akimoto just purely because I think the fight should be, not necessarily because I think he's going to win, but I think that the fight should be lined much closer. Like Patchy mix should be like minus 175, right? Not like what is he? Minus 300? Like, nah, man. Nah. Fuck that American flag, bro. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. How the fuck are you proud of that shit in this moment? Get the fuck out of here. Sorry. I don't mean to be political. Let the American Empire burn. I mean, let's break down this fight. I need a hat like that. I need a RIZIN snapback. All right. Again, another fight. Another great fight to close the card because it sits right at the intersection of, again, narrative betting versus my favorite, structural betting. The trends are basically screaming the opposite of what the market is doing. Let's start with the odds. Patchy mix sitting about minus 285. Akimoto plus 240. The market is saying that this fight is close to a 75% probability for mix. The reason is obvious. Mix is a former Bellator champion, elite grappler, incredible back take artist, and one of the best submission hunters outside of the UFC. If he gets on top, he's extremely hard to shake. Akimoto, meanwhile, is the younger prospect. He's explosive, aggressive, and dangerous on the feet, but he hasn't fought anyone close to Mix's level of grappling. So from a pure skill narrative standpoint, the market loves Mix, but here's where the trend is going to flip the entire story. This fight's happening at featherweight, and that division has been one of the most mispriced betting markets on the entire card. Right now, featherweight dogs 10-14 for plus 6 point, about 7 units since the start of last year. Dogs are actually losing more fights than they win, but the prices are so inflated that they're still massively profitable. And that's exactly what we saw earlier tonight when Takada cashed as a plus 380 dog in the same division. The books keep pricing these fights like mismatches, but flyweight fights tend to be competitive, messy, and volatile. And that's exactly the type of environment where underdogs outperform the odds. Just need to tweet that out quickly. Let's look at the prices quickly. I'll get the ring announcements in. Akimoto plus 240 only needs to win about less than 3 out of 7 times for you to break even at that price. Featherweight dog trends hitting at over 40% plus almost 7 units. It's a massive gap between the implied probability and the actual results in this division. The favorite side is exactly the opposite story. Favorites at featherweight are winning fights, but they're bleeding money because the prices are way too steep. This is exactly where Mix sits. The total featherweight division itself is basically neutral on totals. Let's see. Wrap it up here. I feel like Patchy Mix's path to victory is obviously it's obvious. He needs to close the distance, drag the fight to the mat, and hunt the back. So the fight is basically a binary outcome: grappling control versus some striking chaos. And the chaos is exactly where big underdogs are going to cash in this type of matchup. From a betting perspective, the structure is simple. The market is pricing, and this is a dominant. The market is pricing this as a dominant favorite, but the division keeps pushing the exact assumption the other way. You got to go Akimoto plus 240. If Akimoto survives the early barraging grappling exchanges, this fight easily turns into the kind of featherweight chaos that keeps producing the kind of underdog moments that we've seen in this division. So yeah, we're going Akimoto. I bet you we're gonna get a weird decision. That might be probably what happens. Now that I'm thinking about it. All right, locking in Akimoto and fight goes the distance. 2 separate bets. Let's enjoy this. I wish this was 5 rounds. Patchy's getting that jab off really well. Ooh, Patchy got inside there. I think Patchy Mix might be one of these fighters where like he needs to be on the big stage. Like he can't be. Ooh, Akimoto, open it up because Patchy mix looks way better than he had in any UFC fight he had. And I don't know if it's the ring. I don't know if it's just that he's on the big stage and not just like fighting in like 7 p.m. But he does look quite. He looks better. He's getting backed up here. He's on his back foot here. Oh, huge body shot from Akimoto. Akimoto's rolling now. Akimoto's now the dog, or now the favorite. Akimoto minus 200 favorite now. Almost minus 300 favorite live. Akimoto minus 300 favorite now. Oh. Akimoto. Akimoto's going to knock him out. Akimoto's going to knock him out. Full picture. Tonight, RIZIN underdogs, 4-8, two big wins. Sato at plus 166, Oshima plus 115, and then Takada plus 380, Akimoto at plus 240. More than covered the 8 losses. Since the start of last year, dogs 37 and 65 plus 6.43 units for plus 6.7 percent ROI, winning only 36% of fights, but profitable. The classic dog value pattern, prices overcompensating. And then since the start of 2024, 61 and 123. So there's been a huge flip. The dogs since the start of last year have just been crushing. Yeah. By division, it goes men's featherweight dogs since the start of last year, 11 and 14 for plus 9.37 units, 37.5 ROI. The headline trend in tonight proved exactly why it works. Dogs went 2-1 on the night. Takada at plus 380 and Akimoto at plus 240, both cashed. Kimura at plus 120 lost, but lost by an eye poke and was looking good pretty much up until got poked in the eye. Didn't see the eye poke, and then the fight was stopped because of an eye injury, but didn't the referee didn't attribute it to the eye poke, so the fight was ended by doctor stoppage, but not because of the eye poke. So two wins at huge plus money prices, nevertheless, in featherweight. The trend wins less than half its best and still crushes. That's pricing inefficiency in its purest form. Men's featherweight since the start of last year, 14 and 11, and we saw it tonight. Men's featherweight favorites are just stay away. Like it's a cash hole. Every single favorite, like big favorites in this division, are huge liabilities, and got to stay off them. But yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything much else left to say. Yeah, good stuff.